Finding number 12, what looks good on paper. Lesson 12, share him. Picture this. You've had 3 hard mornings in a row. On the 4th, someone pushes in front of you in a queue without an apology. Something sharp comes out of your mouth, and in the moment it feels completely fair. A few hours later, a friend tells you about a stranger who was rude to them earlier that day. Everyone shakes their head at how unkind people have become, and for a second you go quiet, because that rude person could easily have been you hours earlier to someone else. That's actually what this week's lesson is about. Let's open it. This week's study, Share Him, rests on a few simple passages. In Matthew 28, Jesus says he has all authority and sends his followers to everyone, everywhere, always, not just on special occasions. In Isaiah 50, God promises the right word for someone who's tired and struggling, but notice how it arrives, morning by morning, prepared ahead of time, not in the heat of the moment. In 1 Peter 3, believers are told to always be ready to answer gently, even when provoked. And in Hosea, there's a picture of God's own people slowly drifting away simply because nobody kept speaking patiently into their lives. Put together, this week isn't really about planning a big outreach event. It's about something much closer to home. Here's the problem, plainly. We say we believe in showing love to everyone all the time, but in real life, we save our patience and our kindness for the people we like or the moments we've planned for, and everyone else gets whatever mood we happen to be in that day. Here's why. Most of us never decide ahead of time who we'll be patient with today. Isaiah 50 isn't saying God hands you gentle words right when you're already angry. It says he prepares you before the day even begins. Skip that preparation, and you still don't get a kind word when you need one. You get whatever's already sitting in your chest, and that's rarely kindness. Here's what it actually costs. The vendor who snaps at a customer over a small misunderstanding might be exhausted from 3 sleepless nights with a sick child. The person who seems impossible to please might have left a hospital corridor with bad news. The student who can't look you in the eye might be carrying disappointing results they haven't told anyone yet. Every one of them is weary, exactly what Jesus noticed before anyone else did. Someone close to you who feels like they're drifting from their faith may only need one steady voice that doesn't give up on them. Ephraim, drifting in Hosea, is a reminder of what happens when nobody offers that consistently. 1 Peter doesn't say be ready when it's easy. It says always. An unprepared kind response tends to disappear exactly when you need it most. Here's what the text recommends. Before your day even starts, take a few quiet minutes. Ask yourself, who am I likely to meet today who might be tired, struggling, or quietly going through something I know nothing about? And what's one specific, kind word or action I can offer them, no matter how they treat me first? Here's the part you actually do. Before you leave the house each day this week, pick one person you expect to meet and decide on one kind word or small action for them ahead of time. Then, at the end of each day, be honest with yourself. Did you follow through, especially in the moment it was hardest to? That's the real measure of the week, not how you felt on the first morning. Tell me honestly in the comments, when was the last time you reacted badly to someone and later found out they were carrying something heavier than you realized? Next week, Finding 13, Into Eternity, looks at how short-term we've actually been thinking with a calling that was never meant to expire. Let's close the gap together. I'll see you Sabbath to Sabbath. For further reading, Matthew 28:18-20, Isaiah 54, 1 Peter 3:8-15, 2 Peter 3:18, Hosea 7:1-16, Zechariah 10:1-12.